I am Geofrey Mpyangu, Underwriting Team Leader Broking, General Business. By home insurance, we mean coverage for your property against damage, things like theft, fire, storm, vandalism. So why is it important and what does it cover? It covers the home itself against physical damage, house break-ins, theft and vandalism. So any cost related to repairing the home and putting it back to the state that it was in before can be covered by this insurance. Then it goes as far as covering the household contents. By household contents, we mean things like electronics, furniture, jewelry, phones, and all those personal items. The cover can go as far as getting for you an alternative accommodation in the period when we are trying to fix or repair your home. So it can also go as far as covering for injuries that your visitors or the people that you've welcomed into your home may sustain while in your premises. So that's what we call liability. So household insurance or house owner's insurance goes as far as covering personal liability. So it can also go to a level of covering the domestic workers, the workers that help us in our day-to-day work at home. So any injuries as they're trying to support at home, domestic package or house owner's insurance can also extend coverage to those kinds of workers. Besides home insurance, we have a wide range of product offerings that anybody, as an individual or as a business, could be interested in. I'll mention a few. To start with, you could opt for a motor comprehensive insurance. I know this is a common one, but yeah, it's important. It will safeguard your vehicle from accidents or accident-related damages that will need you to dig deep into the pocket to pay for repairs. The comprehensive coverage could be within the geographical territory of Uganda. We could even extend it beyond East Africa for people that probably operate beyond or across the Ugandan territory. So it's an important coverage that you could think of taking up. Then another very important coverage would be travelers insurance. So for the individuals that are usually traveling or you're considering traveling, I think this is another good cover that you would pick to look at risks like loss of baggage, trip cancellations, emergency medical costs, probably while you're traveling. Then another good one would be workers' compensation or group personal accident, or commonly categorized as personal accident. So this will safeguard you from work-related injuries. It's very important for employers if you have staff that are engaged in your day-to-day activities. So it's important they are covered because anything can happen as they're trying to execute their day-to-day operations. So workers' compensation gives workers coverage for work-related injuries and work-related illnesses. Another cover that we can look at here would be cash in transit. This one safeguards the business and its money, because any business probably deals with money. So you look at the risk of losing your money while the money is within the premises, during or after working hours in locked safes or strong rooms, or you figured that you have to shift this money from the business to the bank or pick the money from the bank to the business. So the transit risks and the risks related to the money, loss of that money, is covered by this kind of policy. So it's a very important one for businesses, regardless of the amount of money that you interact with on a daily. I feel like there are a lot of product offerings that are very important to cover or are very important to take up. And yes, feel free to get in touch to give you more of what we can offer. As you're deciding on the type of coverage that you're interested in, it's important to look out for some of these. There are a couple of things that probably you need to pay attention to, but I'll highlight a few, the ones that are most important. Always start with appreciating the risk. By appreciating the risk, I mean understand what you exactly want. So, for example, if I have my motor vehicle and I want a comprehensive coverage, I'll look out for things like, okay, where I normally park my vehicle, yes, it may be secure, but I feel like probably there's a risk of vandalism, there's a risk of theft, there's a risk of malicious damage. So that will develop the need for you to go and seek insurance coverage. So by appreciating that risk, you now get the need to go and get coverage, what we normally call insurable interest. Other things to look out for are things like the cost. Cost is very important in purchasing insurance, as most of the clients will always have discussions. Even before having discussions on the scope of coverage, there's so much attention around cost. So yeah, cost is important, and it's important to match the cost of the cover versus the scope of coverage that is being sold. So always ensure that whatever cost that you're paying, you're getting adequate coverage, and probably you can afford the coverage. There are very many options you can explore to ensure that you get a product that is within budget and serves purpose the way you may need it. These are some of the important things to look out for. Pay close attention to the scope of coverage that is being sold to you. Pay close attention to the costing. Appreciate the risk or understand the risk that you're interested in covering, such that it is easy to get something that exactly fits your needs.